Man, I ain't got no choice. I ain't got no chance. Shit, I can't get a job. You know? Nobody wants to give me a chance. But I've been crime-free all these years. I wish I could do it all again.
Welcome to Us Homeless Stories. Today, we take you to Venice Beach, a place the world sees as sunshine, ocean, freedom, and the California dream. But behind that image, the boardwalk has become one of the most painful symbols of homelessness in Los Angeles. Here, the crisis is not hidden in dark alleys. It is right beside the ocean. Tents, blankets, shopping carts, public restrooms, and concrete corners have become pieces of daily survival. For some people, Venice Beach is no longer a place to visit. It is the last place left after rent, family, work, and stability all slipped away. What makes this place so heavy is the contrast. Tourists come here to feel alive, while others are fighting addiction, hunger, exhaustion, and the fear of being moved again with nowhere else to go. This is not just a beach with a homelessness problem. This is Venice Beach, where paradise has become a shelter for people with no way back. Stay with us until the end, then tell us, when suffering is this visible, why does it still feel so easy to ignore? If this story stays with you, like, comment, and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. One overview of homelessness in Venice Beach. Venice Beach has become one of the most visible and concentrated centers of homelessness in Los Angeles. According to the 2025 Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, LAHSA, point-in-time count, Venice and Service Planning Area 5 recorded over 700 unhoused individuals, with a significant portion living directly along the coastal zones. Despite a 22% reduction in unsheltered counts compared to the previous year, Venice Beach remains a high-visibility hotspot where hundreds continue to live without any form of permanent shelter, particularly concentrated around the Ocean Front Walk, Venice Pier, and nearby alleys. For those without housing, this world-famous beach community offers no real refuge. The same boardwalk that attracts millions of tourists each year serves as both a public stage and a harsh living environment. People must navigate constant foot traffic, changing weather conditions, and the lack of private space while trying to meet their most basic needs. Nights bring cold ocean winds blowing across the sand, while days offer little relief from noise, crowds, and the pressure to keep moving. The absence of stable housing turns ordinary survival into an exhausting, never-ending task, with no place to safely store belongings, rest deeply, or escape the elements. Hundreds of individuals here endure this daily reality. The constant exposure, lack of privacy, and repeated displacement create profound physical exhaustion and emotional suffering. Many have lived in this area for years, only to find themselves pushed into street life as costs rose and support systems fell short. The contrast is striking. Vibrant street art, music, and ocean views surrounding lives marked by unrelenting hardship and the quiet pain of having nowhere to truly belong. How does a place known for freedom and beauty become a daily struggle for survival for so many? If this honest overview of the situation in Venice Beach has opened your eyes or touched you, please like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support helps us continue documenting these important realities across America. 2. Housing crisis and coastal rental prices. The housing crisis stands as one of the root causes driving homelessness in Venice Beach. According to the 2025 Los Angeles County Housing Report, the median home price in Venice has reached $1.83 million, while average monthly rents for a one-bedroom unit now exceed $4,400. In the past 5 years, rental prices in this coastal area have surged by more than 42%, far outpacing wage growth for working residents. This extreme affordability gap has pushed hundreds of longtime locals, serve workers, and lower-income families out of the community they once called home. Without access to affordable housing, many individuals who work in Venice or nearby areas find themselves unable to secure even the most basic shelter. The high cost of living near the coast forces people into impossible choices, spending most of their income on rent and risking eviction, or being unable to afford any housing at all. This financial pressure creates a relentless cycle where steady employment no longer guarantees stability. The lack of affordable units, combined with limited supportive housing options, leaves hundreds trapped in prolonged instability, carrying their belongings daily while searching for any safe place to rest near the boardwalk or beach. The human cost is profound. The constant worry over housing, the exhaustion of never having a secure place to return to, and the quiet pain of watching one's life slowly unravel under financial weight create deep emotional and physical suffering. Many who once lived stably in this community now face the daily reality of survival mode, with no end in sight as rents continue to climb and available low-cost options remain extremely scarce. How long can a person endure when even full-time work cannot provide a safe place to call home? If this sobering reality about the housing crisis in Venice Beach has touched you, please like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support helps us continue bringing these honest documentaries to light. As this severe housing crisis continues to push people toward the streets, public spaces in Venice Beach have become the center of growing tension and controversy. Three, when public spaces become a point of contention. Public spaces in Venice Beach have become one of the most visible and emotionally charged aspects of the homelessness crisis. According to 2025 Los Angeles County reports, the iconic oceanfront walk and surrounding beach areas generated more than 850 formal complaints related to shared space usage, a 35% rise compared to 2 years earlier. Sanitation teams now conduct daily operations along the nearly 1.5-mile boardwalk to balance access for tourists and the daily needs of those living unsheltered. For hundreds of individuals without housing, these public areas are not just gathering places, they have become their only available shelter. Without a private home to return to, they must navigate crowded sidewalks, open sand, and benches while trying to rest, store their limited belongings, and simply exist through each day. The constant flow of visitors, street performers, and cyclists leaves little room for privacy or safety. Exposure to changing coastal weather, noise, and foot traffic turns what should be shared community spaces into environments of ongoing stress and exhaustion. The lack of stable housing forces people to live their most personal moments in full public view, creating a daily struggle that wears heavily on both body and spirit. This situation creates real tension for everyone involved. Tourists seeking to enjoy the famous Venice Beach experience, local businesses depending on foot traffic, and residents who call the area home all feel the impact of overcrowded public zones. The pressure on these shared spaces highlights a deeper conflict. When public areas must double as living spaces for those without housing, it affects the comfort, safety, and enjoyment of the entire community. How does daily life change when the only spaces available to rest are the same ones everyone else uses for leisure? If this raw look at the realities unfolding in Venice Beach's public spaces has touched you, please like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support helps us keep documenting these honest and important stories from communities across America. In witnessing these challenges, we are reminded that unexpected turns in life, such as job loss, family changes, or health difficulties, could place any of us in vulnerable situations we never anticipated. This shared human reality calls us toward greater compassion and collective responsibility. As these tensions in public spaces continue to grow, they reveal an even deeper layer: the critical role mental health plays in this ongoing crisis. Four, mental health is a major bottleneck in the crisis. Mental health stands as one of the most profound and persistent forces deepening the homelessness crisis in Venice Beach. According to the 2025 Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority report and supporting Rand Corporation studies, over 58% of unsheltered individuals in Venice and Service Planning Area 5 live with serious mental health conditions. This includes severe anxiety, bipolar disorder, and persistent depressive states. In certain boardwalk outreach data, the figure reaches as high as 67% for those who have remained unsheltered for more than 1 year. The absence of stable housing turns these conditions into an unrelenting daily burden. Without a private, safe space, maintaining any form of routine becomes extremely difficult. Medication schedules are easily disrupted, appointments are frequently missed due to lack of rest, and basic self-care grows nearly impossible amid constant exposure to coastal elements and movement. The ocean winds, crowded boardwalk, and lack of quiet shelter amplify emotional distress, creating a cycle where inner struggles and external instability continuously reinforce each other. For hundreds of people here, this combination results in profound exhaustion and a deepening sense of disconnection from daily life. The reality is harsh and unforgiving. Long waiting lists for treatment programs, often stretching from 6 to 9 months, leave many without consistent support. The constant need to stay alert in open public areas further drains limited mental resources. This situation reveals how the lack of housing transforms manageable challenges into overwhelming obstacles that affect every aspect of survival near the Venice Pier and oceanfront walk. What must it feel like when your own thoughts offer no shelter and the streets provide no peace? If this reality touches you and you want to understand more about the human experiences unfolding across America, please like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support allows us to continue producing these honest documentaries that bring hidden struggles into the light. In facing these truths, we recognize a shared vulnerability. Life circumstances can shift unexpectedly for anyone, reminding us of our common responsibility to respond with greater compassion and care toward those experiencing such hardship. As these deep personal challenges shape daily life on the streets, they also flow outward, touching the safety and cleanliness of the public spaces we all share. Five, risks to public safety and hygiene. Public safety and cleanliness have become some of the most visible and pressing challenges in Venice Beach. According to 2025 City Sanitation Report for Los Angeles, Venice Beach, and the oceanfront walk area, recorded more than 1,200 service calls related to debris removal, waste management, and public health concerns, a 28% increase from the previous year. In peak summer months, sanitation crews perform daily cleanups along the boardwalk and adjacent park zones to maintain basic accessibility for the thousands of daily visitors and residents. For those living unsheltered, the lack of private facilities turns essential daily needs into constant sources of stress and exhaustion. Without reliable access to restrooms, showers, or secure storage, maintaining personal hygiene and managing belongings becomes an all-day struggle. The continuous movement between locations, exposure to coastal weather, and heavy foot traffic create ongoing difficulties in keeping both body and surroundings reasonably clean. This reality leads to heightened vulnerability, persistent discomfort, and a deep sense of lost dignity that weighs heavily on hundreds of individuals trying to survive near the Venice Pier and Sandy areas. The situation affects the entire community. Accumulated waste, limited restroom availability, and the pressure of shared public spaces generate noticeable strain for everyone, from families enjoying the beach to local businesses trying to operate normally. The absence of stable housing transforms what should be basic human needs into daily obstacles that wear down both physical health and emotional resilience over time. How does the daily search for safety and cleanliness change when there is no door to close behind you at night? If these harsh realities move you and you want to keep seeing honest documentaries about life on the streets across America, please like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support helps us continue this important work of bringing these stories forward. In confronting these conditions, we are reminded that anyone can face sudden life changes, illness, job loss, or family hardship that could place them in similar vulnerable positions. This shared human reality calls us toward greater awareness and a deeper sense of collective responsibility. From these shared community conditions and daily pressures, attention naturally turns to the organizations working directly on the front lines to provide support. Six, the role of support organizations. Support organizations serve as a critical lifeline in Venice Beach, working daily to bridge the gap between crisis and hope. According to the 2025 Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority data, groups including Venice Family Clinic, Joseph Center, and PATH conducted over 4,800 outreach contacts along the Venice Boardwalk and surrounding areas last year. These teams provided immediate aid such as meals, basic medical care, hygiene kits, and assistance with housing applications. In some programs, up to 41% of individuals who engaged consistently were successfully connected to temporary shelter or longer-term supportive housing options. Despite these efforts, the work faces significant limitations. Many people return to the same locations on the boardwalk multiple times before they feel ready or able to accept help. Long waiting lists for permanent housing, combined with the constant demands of street life, make it difficult to maintain consistent engagement. For those without stable shelter, even the offer of support can feel distant when basic survival, finding a safe place to sleep, protecting belongings, and managing daily exhaustion consumes all available energy. The lack of immediate housing options often forces individuals to cycle back into unsheltered conditions, deepening their sense of hopelessness and fatigue. Hundreds of people in Venice Beach depend on these organizations for their only regular human contact and practical assistance. Yet the gap between the help available and the scale of need remains wide. Without enough affordable housing units and supportive services, even the most dedicated outreach teams struggle to create lasting change. The emotional weight of repeated uncertainty falls heavily on those living near the oceanfront walk, where each day without progress adds to the burden of survival. What difference could reliable, consistent support make for someone trapped in years of instability? If this honest look at the realities on the ground resonates with you and you want to continue witnessing these important documentaries from communities across America, please like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. In seeing the dedication of these organizations and the ongoing struggles they address, we are reminded that life can change direction for any of us through unexpected events. This awareness calls us gently toward greater compassion and a shared sense of responsibility for our fellow human beings. With the dedicated work of these support organizations in focus, we now turn to what long-term solutions could mean for Venice Beach. Seven, long-term solutions for Venice Beach. Long-term solutions represent the most critical path forward in addressing the homelessness crisis in Venice Beach. According to the 2025 Los Angeles City Planning Department report, Venice and surrounding coastal areas need at least 850 new supportive housing units over the next 5 years to meaningfully reduce unsheltered numbers. Current median home values remain near $1.83 million, while average monthly rents exceed $4,400, making stable housing completely out of reach for the majority of low-income and working individuals in the community. Without enough permanent housing combined with supportive services, hundreds of people remain trapped in an exhausting cycle of survival. The daily reality of carrying all belongings, searching for safe resting spots each night, and facing unpredictable coastal weather creates constant physical and emotional drain. Many have skills, work experience, and the desire to rebuild their lives. Yet the severe shortage of affordable and supportive housing options leaves them with almost no pathway out. This prolonged instability deepens exhaustion, breaks down health, and slowly erodes hope after months and years of living without a place to call home. Effective long-term approaches must include expanding supportive housing that offers both shelter and personalized assistance for mental health, job training, and daily living skills. Stronger partnerships between government agencies, nonprofits, and private developers are essential to create more transitional and permanent units close to the boardwalk and Venice Pier. Clearer management of public spaces alongside these housing efforts would help reduce pressure on shared areas while giving people a real foundation to move forward. What could real, lasting housing stability mean for those who have spent years fighting just to get through each day? If this deeper look at the realities and possible solutions in Venice Beach has touched you, please like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support helps us keep documenting these important human stories from communities across America. In considering these long-term needs, we are reminded that unexpected life events can place any of us in positions of vulnerability. This truth calls us toward a greater shared responsibility to support solutions that restore dignity and opportunity for everyone. Eight. Conclusion. Venice Beach stands as a powerful symbol of both the beauty and the deep struggles within American communities today. From the severe housing shortage where median home prices hover near $1.83 million and rents often surpass $4,400 per month, to the visible daily challenges along the ocean front walk and Venice Pier, the crisis reveals layers of hardship that affect hundreds of unsheltered individuals. Throughout this documentary, we have examined the broad scope of homelessness here, the crushing housing pressures, the tensions in public spaces, the heavy burden of mental health conditions. The risks to safety and cleanliness, the vital yet limited role of support organizations, and the urgent need for meaningful long-term solutions. The reality remains harsh and unforgiving. Without a stable place to call home, even the most basic acts of living demand constant effort and endurance. Every night brings the same exhausting search for a safe spot to rest. Every day carries the weight of carrying all personal belongings, facing unpredictable coastal weather, and trying to maintain dignity in full view of the world. For hundreds of people in Venice Beach, this prolonged instability creates a deep, quiet suffering. The slow erosion of hope, the constant fatigue of survival, and the painful longing for a sense of belonging and security that so many others take for granted. These are real human lives caught in circumstances far bigger than themselves. Behind the visible scenes on the boardwalk are individuals who carry memories of better times, skills they once used, and dreams they still hold quietly in their hearts. What will it take for communities like Venice Beach to transform awareness into real, lasting change that restores stability and dignity? If this honest exploration of the realities in Venice Beach has moved you, touched your heart, or opened your eyes to these struggles, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Us Homeless Stories. Your support helps us continue producing these important documentaries that bring light to hidden realities across America. We want to extend our sincere thanks to you for staying with us until the very end of this video. It means a great deal that you chose to invest your time in understanding these important human stories. May those experiencing homelessness in Venice Beach and communities across the country find safety, peace, and renewed hope. May they receive the compassionate support and opportunities they need to rebuild their lives with dignity. May kindness and understanding guide our society toward solutions that honor the worth of every person. In closing, we are reminded that life circumstances can shift unexpectedly for any of us. A sudden job loss, health challenge, or family difficulty could place any person in a vulnerable position. This shared human truth calls us gently toward greater compassion, awareness, and a collective responsibility to care for one another. Thank you for watching Us Homeless Stories. We hope to see you again in the next documentary.